And alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the David Hammond YouTube channel. You beautiful people, how are you guys doing? Hopefully you're having an amazing day. Let's get it going. Let's go deep. Get ready, Neo. Time to wake up. Anyways guys, with that said, in today's video I titled it, or believe I titled it, What to Look For in Your Future Wife. Okay, now on this channel, some reoccurring themes that you guys participate in with me is monogamy, before all that, before relationships, it is knowing thyself. It is building the mission within. It is following God, which is your greatest good. It's what's in front of you. It's your calling, right? That is God. For the people that makes, very uncomfortable. What are you called to doing? What is your natural proclivity? Can you listen and understand that? And a lot of men have no clue, which I actually think is bullshit. I think a lot of you guys do know, you're just too afraid to do it. Number one, that's like 80% of you. But the other 20 who genuinely don't know, sit in solitude, just relax, get on monk mode. That's the whole point of what monk mode is. Like what you guys see here, this condo I'm in, my life is so simple and I fucking love it. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it doesn't have chaos or challenges, but baby, it's simple, right? Wake up, make videos, run my business. I powerlift. In fact, I just competed yesterday, so I'm kind of gassed, kind of out of it. I did well. I hit a 31 pound PR on my squat. We got a 460 squat. Bench, I was a hair away from 336. I got 326, almost 336. I've hit that before. I had to wake up at 4 in the morning, no excuse, and then deadlift, we secured it with 518. I was going to go up to 523, but I wanted to secure it because after missing bench, I needed a total. So over 1,300 pounds, I think it was 1304, 1305. Definitely can do better. I have work to do, but I'll take it, man. I'm stoked with how squats went, and it's back to the drawing board tomorrow. Speaking of that, when you begin to find what's in front of you as a man, right? Maybe things like powerlifting, right? Fitness, meal prepping, having a good meal in front of you, doing what's in front of you, right? That's what serving God is. Serving God is, who am I as a man? And you guys know who you are. Maybe you have an interest in film. Maybe you have an interest in politics. Maybe you have an interest in just being a better man. And it's starting with that, doing well at your job, having a good lift session, praying, and doing what's in front of you. You will be a righteous, smart, awoken. I'm not sure if that's a word, but you'll be aware as a man, which most people in my industry are not. They're stupid. They're fucking asleep. So ironic, right? The self-development community that we're in, majority of people are, there's just sheep. It's so funny, but that's a completely different video. Anyways, so later on down the road, guys, I speak of relationships. I speak of eventually being with a high-quality woman who's your helpmate, just like the Bible created it, right? You don't have to get religious, though. Even biologically, men and women, we do best when we are in harmony together. The statistic for raising strong families, strong societies is most congruent when there is a father and a mother present, right? So it's a win-win. So later that will come, and I've made so many videos explaining, high quality woman, what does that look like? I have an entire playlist, I've spoken about it so many times. But in today's video, I want to speak of one thing that comes to mind that I really do believe is the biggest factor that if you have this, dude, to be honest, I don't care what she looks like. Like, I don't care about anything else, especially I don't care what these red-pilled degenerate YouTubers tell you on, her ass has to be like this, she has to be like this. No, it has nothing to do with how she looks. It is all internal, this one trait. And that is, my friend, hold up. Does this woman believe in you? Is she compliant? And now I know to some of you that's going to sound like force, that's misogynistic, David. Is she compliant? Like, is she your servant? Is she your slave? No, not at all. She's not your slave. No, of course not. But a good woman respects her man, looks up to the mission. Think of an employee, right? Think of a business. If you have a good boss, a good leader, think of a mentor. I have a powerlifting coach, right? If you have a good figure in any realm and you believe with his morals because he's a strong individual, right? Think of like Martin Luther King, whoever. We as followers are going to look up to these men, right? It can be women too, but generally speaking, all the greats are men. That's not sexist. That is a fact. If you think of the bell curve, men are on the extremes. Complete poor, bummy, loser, psychopath, hobos. But on the other end, greats, geniuses, inventors. So that is not far-fetched to say that. I have to say this shit so it doesn't trigger you guys, because you just can't believe me when I say it. When you find these individuals on these extremes, right, preferably on this extreme, and we look up to them, we admire them, we want to encourage their ideas, correct? I mean, that, this is kind of extreme, but you think of Hitler, right? I'm not saying this is a good example, but his followers believed in his message. They wanted to purport, they wanted to grow it like wildfire, right? That's what happens when you have a leader, right? This is conviction. Hopefully this is how you guys feel with this message. And I mean, I know it is, because I've grown like 40,000 Instagram followers in like a month. It's a very real thing. I'm sorry, guys, I just ate before this. You get excited, you believe, right? But that first starts with a strong leader as a man. You first have to figure out your base. What's your message? What do you believe in, kid? Can you stand by it? Because if you can't, sure as hell your woman ain't going to stand by it. And so many of you guys, that's what you look for. That's what I used to look for. You look for a woman without any base, without any authority. You have no spiritual authority as a man. You don't know where the fuck you're going. You have no mission. I have a mission, motherfucker. And a lot of you guys do too, or it's growing, right? But I'm saying those, don't rush it. But eventually what happens, guys, is you get to a certain point as a man where you will find a woman, or a woman, I should say. My most famous reel, I was actually wearing this shirt. I said, ready? Do not approach women. And it blew up like 1 million views on Instagram and TikTok. So your woman finds you because she believes in your mission. She's like, dang, this guy is a cool mother effer. I feel what he's saying. Men are warriors of God. You guys need to understand this. It goes God, man, woman, child. Not because one is better than the other, no, but God speaks to man before he speaks to women. Men are warriors for God. So that's why I say as a man, you have to have spiritual authority that's given to you by God, right? So the mission I have that I'm bringing to the world comes down through the heavens. It comes through God to me as the man, all right, to Adam, to Jesus, to whoever it is. I'm not saying I'm Jesus, but that's what happens. And then we purport it. We share the message, right? And you get a lot of haters. I mean, you think of Jesus. He's kind of like the perfect epitome example of this. You get a lot of haters who disagree with you, who don't want to hear the truth. And then hopefully you don't die, but usually they don't really like it, but it is what it is. You'll have some haters, but you'll also have some supporters. That's kind of where I'm going with this. And one of those supporters, your biggest supporter, should be your wife. It's basically the whole point of this video. What to look for in a wife is a supporter. She believes in you. And 98% of your wives, if you guys are in relationships, it doesn't have to be a wife yet, but relationships, she doesn't believe in you. My last girlfriend didn't believe in me. The first few years she did, the last few she didn't, so we split. Right? It was a very natural break. It just didn't happen. I was going one path, she was going the other. And, the thing that's tricky, guys, is you cannot force your woman you can't force her to believe in you. You can't. It's just something that comes with time. And in fact, I would say what happens a lot of times is, as men, this is what happened to me, right? We start off as a weaker version of ourselves, right? So when when my girlfriend chose me, because I don't approach women. All of my girlfriends, any girl I've met has approached me. They've chosen me. This is how it works. I get so many people who don't agree with that, and they can't comprehend like a woman coming up to you or texting you first or messaging you. And what I say to you guys is, you're probably low value. You have nothing of sustenance. She doesn't see shit in you. So get the fuck back to the drawing board, you loser. So what happens is when your woman finds you, right, you're building your mission. Yeah, so when she found me about 5 years ago, I had a personal training business. I was on YouTube at the time. And I was just actually beginning to leave the fitness realm and enter the realm of kind of like spirituality, self-development. I started a photography and videography business at the time. I was really like going deep on my entrepreneurship journey. And she believed in it. She really did, man. She would come out to me, with me on so many shoots, man, in like the middle of nowhere, driving out so long because I believed, even though I'm not doing photography and videography now, that mission was still the same mission I have now. It looks different, but that drive, that wanting to explore and conquer, right? Of course, now I've gained a lot of that experience, believe it or not, even though it's something completely different. And I speak of a lot of it to you guys now, but she believed in a lot of it. And it was amazing. And because of that, right, where I'm going is we worked beautifully. There was a natural synergy in the relationship. Now, unfortunately, most relationships today, sorry guys, I keep licking my beard. I have to trim it. If it ever gets too long, guys, I'm sorry. I gotta trim it. It's just what happens. My genetics. I got like a full Manchu. I'm half Asian, right? So where I'm going with this is most women, unfortunately, do not believe in their men. And it's sad because men will then blame the woman to be like, why don't you believe in me? A, B, C, D. This is like my industry in a nutshell, the red pill, right? They go to them and just berate women, you know, they're this, they're that, they're that. The reason they're like that is because they had poor leaders as fathers, or there were no men to look up to. Like, if a woman has a righteous man to look up to, and the man protects her and has boundary, puts her in her place, not in a mean way or a controlling way, no, but in a way where I love you, I'm going to take care of you, this is the mission. Women are the most beautiful, you know, they're amazing. And that's because they're in their feminine frame. What is the feminine frame? It's supporting her man. And I know some people will think this is misogynistic, and to that I say, you know, with all due respect, you guys are just ignorant. I have to start being careful with what I say, because the inner David in me wants to like go berserk and just like start swearing and saying, you fucking idiots, but I know how easily like these words can get taken out of place, and I don't want to ever get canceled in the future. So I would say to that, my friend, you've just been brainwashed. Women in their feminine frame are the most pure thing. It's beautiful. Think of a mother. In fact, I go to my mom's house every Sunday for dinner. I think of a mom in the kitchen, and she is serving her husband, her sons, the warriors. I come back from my powerlifting competition, right? The warriors come home, and she's so happy, you know, my son's home, you're okay, champion, you know, you did well, here's food. Women are so happy, right? Whether it's a mom or your girlfriend, that is when they are happiest. When you come home, think of a fighter, think of a firefighter, think of anything where the man has some mission bigger than himself. It's very important. It has to be bigger than you as a man. Right? I'm not saying you're always going to succeed. I'm not saying you're always going to win. No, guys, you'll fall many times. I've fallen so many times, and you will, but you try, and you're doing something, you're pushing, conquest. And your woman can feel that, she can help that, support that. Oh man, I cannot think of a woman happier than that. You know, when I used to go to my ex-girlfriend's house, it's so funny, I would joke about it. I'm not going to speak too much, but her mom was beautiful in her feminine frame. And we would like really hit it off, not in a weird way, but like her mom, I think she was just, usually mothers are very good at this because, you know, they haven't been indoctrinated by feminism and such. I would come back from like long outdoor photography, videography shoots, you know, hiking out here, you know, to get shots, waking up early and in the middle of Algonquin, you know, no clue where I am, just to really build a name for myself, right? Really just try, go door to door, shoot commercials. And when I would come back to their house to like tell them stories, the mom would be so invigorated. I just remember she would like make, you know, food for everybody, but for me, and she would be so happy, you know, me eating and just like unload. This is a woman in her feminine frame. My girlfriend was okay at this, but I don't blame them. Women who are young, it's not their fault. They just haven't been taught like what is good femininity, what is a good woman. They're naive. They don't know yet. Just as men, right? No shots fired. I mean, yeah, shots fired, but men too. Men are useless nowadays. So I get it. It goes both ways. So where I'm going with this, guys, is what to look for in your future wife. Really, it's you as a man first having that level of mission, and then from that, she believes you and wants to help you. Bro, if she doesn't believe in you or want to help you, there's two reasons. There's two things to do, two reasons. Number one, it's because you don't have a mission, so get the fuck out, get on monk mode. Or two, I don't want to say she's a bad woman, but like a lot of women, like I said, including my ex, not her fault, just feminism, they were not trained how to be good women. They were trained how to be men. So my ex, you know, she split with me after she got her corporate job, and, you know, I guess the only thing important to her was this is all relationships, right? I'm my own girl boss, do A, B, C, D. Relationships are, you know, who wants kids? Who wants families? Right? I don't want kids. I don't want any of that. Relationships get thrown under the rug to them, and it's so sad because that is the one thing that actually brings a woman happiness. Yes, I said that. It's not her career. It's not her grinding out. And it's so funny, man, because mothers are in tune with this. Mothers know this because they've been through it. My mom and my ex's mom, they're very similar. I loved my girlfriend's mom, my ex-girlfriend's mom. She's a very, very, I told her this so many times, great mother. I know this, guys. My mom, too. I love my mom. A lot of mothers. I would argue your mother, too, right? Boomers. They've been through the corporate world. They know how draining and taxing it is. That is built for men. It's not built for women. They are happiest when they have their sons home. My son's home. You know, father's home. My warriors are home. How can I heal you guys? Tell me about your conquest. You see it in their eyes. It's so beautiful. And then to men, it's amazing. We're like, you want to know about how I fought this bear? How I, you know, was almost lost here in the middle of the woods and this happened. I had to figure out this, da-da-da. Yes, that is life. That is such an amazing synergy. Men love to express that and women love to hear it because You know, women don't want to be out in the battlefield, despite who says what. They don't. They don't. You know, it's all fun and games. And I know this because I would bring my girlfriend to not initially to a lot of these shoots, and I'm not gonna say she hated it, but like it was hard work, man. You're in the middle of the woods. It's like -30. I live here in Canada. You're out there for hours. You can't feel your face, your hands, your toes, just to get shots that, you know, you're hoping that work out. Shooting commercials, long days, 4 or 5 hours in the middle of like Toronto. There's like hobos coming up to you. Like you know, this is what men, as men, we love it. Men are very good at this. Women are not. They can't take it. So, you know, women are much better at home. And I know, again, that may trigger some of you guys. You'll think that's misogynistic. There's nothing misogynistic about that. You know, if you're a woman, you more than likely, look, you can go out if you like. By all means, go out, you know, work your career, job, do whatever. Women are not happy with that. And we know this because statistically, you can search all of this up. Women have never been on more anti-anxiety and antidepressant, medication than ever before. And I truly do believe that correlates with their attack on femininity. When a woman's in her feminine frame, why the fuck does she need antidepressants? She's the happiest she'll ever be. Women are numb now. They're like hermaphrodites. They're like half men, half women, right? This is the modern woman. And you guys know this. Like, this is not controversial anymore. You know, I would say this shit for years. I had my weird hated phase. If you guys still think what I'm saying is like outlandish or out there, buddy, I have no clue what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, guys, I really enjoy these talks. I know very few people are ever going to talk about this because if they do, they either get canceled. Most men in my industry are complete cowards. You know, they won't say anything of real sustenance. They'll just tell you to pick up more chicks and do degenerate shit. They're losers, and I'm calling all of them out. They're all fucking fake. And a lot of them are going to hell. Pretty much all of them are. Guys, you know, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but when you continuously promote things that are keeping you trapped in the matrix, God does not like that. Like, I don't know what else to tell you guys. Like, and if you say, that's not in the Bible, yeah, it is, motherfucker. You go read any passage. Be of the next world. Be obedient. Do his will. Follow the 10 commandments. Ain't no commandment saying be in this world. You know, adorn this matrix. Right? What does this world promote? Promiscuity, cheating, adultery. It goes against every single thing. Right? Not respecting your parents, your family. These are all commandments. Respect mother, father. Have no gods above me. Right? Do not commit adultery. Be kind to your neighbor. like this 3D world, don't promote that. So anyways, that's it, guys. End of this video. One thing to look for in your future wife. That is for her to want to hear your conquest, your stories. Love that, support that. And I'll finish it here because it's sad. Very few of you men will get that up front. I didn't. The irony, guys, that you need to understand that, again, no YouTuber will tell you is I could just sit here and say, yeah, be super alpha, be on mission, and you'll attract the highest quality woman. Well, I'm on mission harder than 98% of men. And number one, I'm single right now. And I probably will be for a very long time. Right? I've made a video. I said why you should be single for life. You know, I don't know if you guys think I'm kidding or not. Like, you're probably going to be single for a long part of your life. Like, following the mission is not glamorous. Sorry to fucking break it to you guys. Like, you don't get no chicks. Chicks are intimidated of you. They don't want anything to do with you. You're that weird guy. They may respect you, but, like, they want nothing to do with you. You're that crazy... who's this out of the Matrix world guy? I want the Chad who's completely plugged in, who I can control, and who has Lamborghinis and Bugattis, anything of sin, right? Women don't want righteous spiritual men. Ha! And I know that because my ex split with me. As I really became close to God, Christianity, purpose, and righteousness to lead the family, I triggered her demons, right? And again, I'm not saying it's necessarily her fault, but this is feminism. This is what it does to women. It teaches them that men who follow virtue and purpose, things not of this world, are dangerous, are bad, leave them. And so she left. And, you know, it is what it is. And now I'm on monk mode. This is probably the best thing that ever could have happened to me. But, yeah, I wish her the best, man. It's unfortunate, but again, I can't control her to believe in my mission. But there are women who do, so they'll come. You'll find your chick, or she will find you. So guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. It's a little late now, so I'm sorry. I'm kind of tired. I probably look a little out of it. Like I said, I also competed yesterday, so I'm like, my nervous system is shocked, man. I was making Instagram stories today, and I could like barely talk. My back is fried. I was up at like 4 in the morning yesterday. I had to weigh in at 6, compete at 8, like 3 or 4 hours of sleep. I still did well. I hit an all-time meet PR, which which is great. But yeah, so yeah, I'm a little out of it. But guys, that is it. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. I'll finish it here, guys, with the one plug. If you guys are interested and you resonate with the information I talked about in these videos, there is one-on-one coaching, right? I've made it affordable for every single one of you guys if you are completely serious about working with me. Speaking of bettering yourself as a man, improving things like your fitness, business, mindset, relationships, and or spiritual health, right? Really anything we speak of in these videos. So thank you guys. That is it. Have an amazing day. You can support Edge and Gains Club. Coupon code Hammond. It's time for me to go to sleep. I love you all. These videos are not to hurt you. They are to empower you. But I don't think I have to say that at this point. Guys, don't listen so much to what I say. Who am I when I'm saying it? Listen to the sentiment. Be discerning as a man. Wake up. If you can feel my sentiment is pure, man or woman, understand I'm not attacking you. All right? So that is that, guys. Thank you so much. Check you next video with that. Much love. Peace.